now I would like to show you how to use Mailchimp. This is just a very brief tour. There's tons of different things that you can do with Mailchimp, but I'm just going to kind of go over what the overall layout of the website is and then just kind of show you something that I made up. So over here you can see that there's campaigns, templates, audience, reports, content studio. If you've never used MailChimp before, it's really easy to set up. It's mainly free. Of course, with anything that's free, there's still things that you can upgrade for, but they still let you send out different emails and stuff like that. So we're going to go to the audience right now, and then we're going to, once we get there, which you'll see like this page pop up, we'll go to either, you can view context, see who's kind of who is a subscriber to you and your website, or you can manage the audience and look at and view audience that way, manage contacts, look at different sign-up forms, import contacts. So if you have a whole list of contacts, maybe that you have stored away in an Excel sheet, you can attach it that way. What I like to do is go on copy and paste, and then when you continue to set up, you can paste that here. So if you want their first name, maybe not their email address and address, but their phone number and birthday, you can add it that way. And then all you have to do is click that and then continue it, and it'll go through that. But I'm going to go back to that main page. Oh, sorry, we can exit. So we'll go back to audiences. Now I want to go look at templates. So we'll click templates. And right now I'm working on a different one right here, but we can go ahead and create. And you can say like an email, you want a template for email, an ad, a landing page, so many different things that you can do with MailChimp. And as you can see here, here's some samples of what that could look like. All right, so you can see that I've been working on one, and I don't know if my screen here is blocking it, but you can, there's a button that says create template, and so you are going to want to click that. And to see, you'll get like a couple of different options to choose from. If you want something that's already pretty laid out for you, so in my last one, I believe I did this one. Otherwise, if you want something that's more your original and your own, you can do one of these. Let's say you have two different articles that you want in one post, you could do something like this. If you want three, you could do something like that. It's really easy to use, very simple. And if you don't like any of their designs, you can always go through like WordPress actually. If you get the plugin Elementor, that actually helps you a lot with different, or that gives you a couple of different templates to use. You do have to go through a couple of steps, and there's like a YouTube video that explains that, but I'm not gonna go into that. Instead, I'm gonna go back to my original design. All right, so we're gonna open this one up. And so a couple months back, I taught a floral course, and I was advertising for it on Instagram. And so if I were to want to send an email out to people to learn floral design courses, this is maybe something that I would send out, all arrangements that I've created. And so I picked this picture as like one of the first pictures that my customer would see. If I wanted to change anything about it, like if I wanted it to be more of a square picture, I can do that. But I like the round look to that. Or if I wanted to make it smaller, I can do that. If I wanted to make it edge to edge, I could do that where it goes all the way across. If I wanted to edit the picture itself, I click edit, and something like this pops up. So if I wanted to be like a custom size, or if I wanted to be that size, I do like the square size here, so we'll just keep that. There's different filters you can do. You can add text, a whole bunch of different things you can do to your picture, but we're just gonna keep it pretty simple. So we're gonna save it again. And then everything on here is actually, you can replace, you can add, you can do so many different things. So if you look at something like this, I didn't really change much of what they already had for me. So we're gonna click the little marker thing there. And then as you can see, just like with Google Docs, There's different like styles, font size, different colors. You can add different hyperlinks. So if I wanted to change the font style of learn how to make a floral arrangement, and change it to something like Georgia, I could do that. If I wanted to change the color to, let's say, a white, or even like a black like that, and then just space it out like that, can do that. And same with under here. Don't love that gray color because I don't think it stands out all that well. So if I wanted to change the style again, or the font, I mean, to the Georgia, make it more centered, and then change the color to like a white or something like that, or even a dark green. That's something I could do. And then if part of that template also had like an option to have 2 different photos, if I don't want any of this, I can always just trash it. But to add like a photo, for instance, you just click on the box and you can hit replace, you can edit. When you want to replace something, I have a couple saved here of photos that I was planning to use in this ad. You can do that. You can look at different GIFs to add in, which are kind of fun. That's starting to be pretty popular right now, is adding these. Otherwise, you can do stuff from Instagram. You can go into your files. And again, if you want to upload from something on your computer, you can do that. So we're going to X out of that. And then again, if you want to add like a hyperlink, you can do that right here. And it's set up very similar to Google Docs when you're working with stuff like that. So it's fairly easy, really fast. Like you can learn it pretty fast. If you want to jump from this part of the picture, you can move to caption 1. And you can arrange it that way. And then down here, you can add like different social media links. So I didn't change any, I didn't put my own Facebook in here at all. If I wanted to, I could, but you can do that here. You can add your own personal website and all this different stuff you can do: Dribbble, Flickr, Vimeo, all that kind of thing. And then as far as the look of that, if you want to change that, you can go to style, and you can, or I believe actually settings. Yeah, so if you wanted to look like that, you could do that, or make it even bigger. I personally like the look of this. And then if you wanted to have more color, that's kind of fun. You can do that, or make it black, white. So we'll just stick with color. That's fun. And then you can do fit to size if you want, or you could do full width, which it doesn't really change anything with that, but that's usually offered throughout the whole thing. So we'll save and close. And then as you can see on the side here, if you want to add more pictures or a divider, you can do that, or even a video, you can add that. I wanted to keep this pretty simple. You can change the color of this little banner here. So if you wanted that to be more of like a yellow, you could do that, or white, you could do that. But I personally like that darker gray. If you want to change this color, you can. If you want to add another image, you can do that. Same with the banner. If you don't like this blue, you could change it to a different color. And same with the letters up here too. But that's basically how you use it. And then when you're done, you can preview and test it out. So you can either enter preview mode or send a test email. And then you can say like send to my email, which is sadie.uland@gmail.com. And I'll send a test, and then I would get the test email. And then once you're done, you can just finalize it, and you're good to go. And you can send it to a whole bunch of different people who are your subscribers, which is really, really cool tool to use for that. You can send it to different people just to make sure it's approved, and get feedback by sending it to different emails and such like that. But I hope this tutorial helped. Thanks for watching.